take refuge in God from the accursed Satan. In the name of God, the compassionate, the merciful. Once again with the class on emotional intelligence 43. In the previous class 43 of emotional intelligence, we talked about a new topic, the circle of life. As human beings, we do not have a stable life. This means that emotionally we are changing every day, and our physical state is also changing. At times we are tired, and the physical state is negative. Once we are scared, our physical state is also affected. I don't know. Emotions affect the physical state. 1,000 and thought affect both body and feeling, emotions. So a good leader, a good director who knows how to manage people and themselves has already learned that people in a negative state are less understanding, less open to dialogue, and less, we could say, tolerable. So that good director already knows how to manage those people, taking them out of a negative state and leading them to a positive state. When he leads them to a positive state, what happens to that person? When they are in a positive state, they are more open, receive your message, and will communicate better. For example, if I am tired right now, a person who has already learned emotional intelligence and has it well developed will never speak when they are tired. When he is emotionally unwell, for example, he attends to a crash, the car was involved in a crash, and after a very exhausting day, he returns home, and his wife starts to complain, she is very inconvenient. Well, but you who have learned emotional intelligence, you know, this moment is the most inopportune time to talk. Why? Because negativity is dominating you. So, what do you say? Shut your mouth. Be quiet. Now is not the time to talk or argue. Just go. Take a rest for a while. When you are well rested, it means the body becomes positive. The emotions forget what has happened, the accident, the crash, arguments, fights, car problems, workshop. You are going to forget it in a couple of hours. Then you are going to eat something. You are going to drink something, a little tea. So now you come back, my love, tell me what is happening. Now you can communicate with him. That is to say, you have learned to control the negative state in the circle of life. This circle of life, those who have understood it, have learned to manage their own life and the lives of others. For example, you already know that your wife has a problem, right? For instance, if her blood sugar is going to drop, as they call it in Spanish, then she becomes very nervous, very weak, and very loud. So you know that this problem is not hers. It is a negative state of her body. So you help when she starts insulting you, complaining. You are not going to respond because you already know how to manage the negative, emotional state of another person. So you help them get out of a negative state and return to another positive circle of life. The three emotional states, thoughts, and the body affect one another. It is also important for you to know this. For example, when we are physically fatigued, tired, I don't know. For instance, I have fallen and broken my leg and I am suffering from the pain. Then that affects me emotionally. I feel bad, like a failure. Negative hormones are also filling my body, and I am already thinking about how I am going to take the exam tomorrow, how I will get to class tomorrow, and I am worried. A negative physical state is affecting my thoughts, leading to a worrying state and causing emotions and feelings to enter a negative state. Now, just at that moment when I am as negative as possible, if you want to communicate with me now, it's terrible. Terrible. Now, we can never communicate or have a dialogue because I am negative, I am not well. You must understand it, comprehend that a person in this state is not a person who can engage in dialogue. How to do it? Discuss it. Do not Attack it. Do not complain about anything. So there are methods to change negative physical, emotional, and thought states, but it takes effort. It takes work, brother. So bring them to a positive state. When you bring them to a positive state, that person will be open, listens to you, communicates, and is manageable. So, an employee who is feeling bad, fatigued, tired, you are going to attack that employee. That person will come back like a lioness against you and will come to bark and will come to bite you and will attack you. And then they will come to apologize. But the problem is you, as a director, as a teacher, as a parent, that at the wrong moment, you have started the dialogue. So, emotional intelligence helps you understand the emotional state of others and your own in order to shift communication from a negative state to a positive one. When there is positive communication, you can convey your message and the person will accept it. In the next class, we will explain step by step other examples of emotional intelligence and the circle of life, how that circle can turn negative, how it can be positive, and how that will help you have effective and affectionate communication and influence others. God bless you. A big hug.